What's up, YouTube? This is Jonathan. I just got back from out of town. I ended up going to St. Petersburg, Florida, and I stopped at two shops that ended up having some comic books. And I figured I'd share, what I picked up. But I also wanted to, discuss why I was out of town in St. Petersburg. So annually, there's a St. Pete Run Fest, and Saturday, as a family, we decided to go to do the 5K. And so they end up giving you like a t-shirt. You get a medal for participating. They had a lot of vendors. So you got like free hats. Uh, they give you a bag so that you can go to the different vendors. And a lot of them had like different supplements and samples and things like that that you could have for free because it was part of the event. And so that was kind of fun. Outback Steakhouse was there. And you were able to, like with your race bib, they had little coupons that you could rip off. And Outback gave you like a portion of chicken and steak, so that was kind of fun. They also had a bunch of beer. You could have beer, wine. They had different drink, coupons that you could redeem while you were there. So my wife ended up going, with us as well. Like I said, it was a family event. She ended up participating on Sunday to do two runs. Like I said, Saturday was the 5K, and then she ended up doing a half marathon on Sunday. So she was able to get some other medals that I wasn't getting because I wasn't going to do a half marathon. So anyway, so that was that. But I think like the highlight of everything about going there was I ended up meeting Anthony Sullivan, which I don't know, not too many people would know him by name, but I'm sure like if you actually saw him, you would know who it is. So I saw him there, and I thought, oh, let me take a picture of him. So I did, and as I'm taking a picture of him, he's gesturing like, hey, you want to come over here and take a picture with me? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. Super nice guy. So to go into who he is, he's the OxyClean guy. So I was there with my son. We took a picture. Super nice guy. He was actually running in that outfit, the blue shirt, khaki pants, breaking a sweat and everything. He was actually doing pretty good. So very super nice guy. Very happy that he was there to meet him. Didn't know he was going to be there. It was just kind of like a surprise thing. I don't know. Actually, he was there for something else. One of the companies that I guess he's a part of. But yeah, it was really cool meeting the guy. And like I said, we had a lot of fun as a family. So I'm going to go into where I went and what I picked up. So the first store I ended up going to was called Wilson's Book World in St. Petersburg, Florida. And they had, it was like a used bookstore. You could go there with books you no longer like or want, and they'll say, okay, we'll take these books and we'll give you this much credit. I mean, I didn't go for that purpose. I didn't even know that was like what they did. I just went there because it was a used bookstore, and I saw that they actually, have comic books. So the books I ended up picking up were Amazing Spider-Man 244. This is the third Hobgoblin, Lefty Donovan. I thought it was nice, great condition. Bagged, came bagged and boarded. The second book that I ended up picking up was Amazing Spider-Man 245. This is the Death of Hobgoblin, Lefty Donovan, who the previous issue was his first appearance as the Hobgoblin. Next book I picked up was Amazing Spider-Man 271. This is the first appearance of Manslaughter Marsdale. All these books I picked up because I didn't have them. I didn't pick them up for any kind of speculation purposes. The next book I picked up was Amazing Spider-Man 279. This is the third appearance of Silver Sable, and this is her first cover appearance. So I thought that was a good book. And mind you, all these books were between $3 or $5. That's pretty much the price point that they had these books listed at. So this book is Amazing Spider-Man 280, the first appearance of the Sinister Syndicate. It's a villain team of Beetle, Rhino, Boomerang, Hydro Man, and Speed Demon. I thought this was a nice cover. I liked it. This is, like I said, not something that I had. This one is a little bit of a spec book. This is Amazing Spider-Man 337. This is the first full team appearance of the Sinister Six Team 2, Doc Ock, Electro, Mysterio, Sandman, Hobgoblin, and Vulture. So their first appearance was obviously with another character, I think it was Craven, and that was Amazing Spider-Man Annual 1. They haven't showed up in any kind of form until this book. So there's a little bit of heat on this. I think that's partly because of the new Spider-Man, movie coming out. I couldn't pass up. I know that book was $5. They had the whole story arc, but I actually have that story arc in the collection. That place, like I said, was really cool. It had, it was a used bookstore. You could go in there. You could probably trade in your books and get credit to buy comic books. Mostly short or long boxes. They were like A to Z, and then they had a lot of books that weren't bagged and boarded. Some of them didn't have any rhyme or reason as to where they were, what were in them. I think it was semi-organized. Like I said, it wasn't too bad. I mean, you could go in there and kind of find your way around, and very nice and helpful. I think the lady I spoke to was probably the shop owner. Very nice and friendly. The next place I ended up going to, I didn't have the best experience there. I didn't want to tell you the name of the place because of it, and part of it was because it had a nasty sign on the door saying that you had to wear a mask. It wasn't a polite way saying, please wear a mask, or something like that. And then there was something in bold letters that said, our employees are fully vaccinated, and they don't have to wear a mask, but you have to. It was really uncomfortable going into the store, when you see something like that. I respect wearing a mask, especially if it's posted politely. I'm not afraid to follow the rules or whatever. I'm okay with that. I respect that. It's their store. They can run it however they want to. I respect that. So I ended up going in. I ended up having to go back to the car first. I had to get a mask. Went inside. And then I asked the guy, I said, hey, just making sure. I do have to wear a mask because, the sign says it. He's, yeah, absolutely, blah, blah, blah. He was a nice person. I think he said, hi to me or whatever. He kind of greeted me. So I ended up going into, look around in the store. The back of this store had a bunch of long boxes. Everything was alphabetical order. Everything was priced according to what the value was. I ended up going to the front of the store because I think their selection there was better. They basically had higher end books in their display case, and on top of their display case, they had short boxes full of keys. It looked like the books that were more valuable obviously were in the display case, $50 and up. And then, the short boxes were $10 and up books. So I ended up picking up this book. I didn't have it. It's Iron Man 283. This is the third appearance of Tony Stark in the War Machine armor. I've been on the hunt to try to get 281 and 284. I picked up this copy because it's easily a 96, 98 candidate. I didn't see any spine ticks on it at all. I was very happy to get it. And I don't know, the price was fair. So this next book I've been looking for a while on eBay. This one is really, really, really good condition. I'm ecstatic. Maybe one small spine tick, but it's not color breaking. So I'm hoping this is at least a 96, 98. It's a Web of Spider-Man 118. This is the first appearance of Ben Reilly as Scarlet Spider. This wasn't a cheap book, obviously. So I was expecting to pay anywhere between $50 to $60, in this condition. I was happy to pay, what I paid for it. I didn't realize that after I went and checked out, on top of having that whole mask experience thing with the store and the sign, I ended up using my credit card, and I didn't check the receipt. When I ended up going home, I noticed that they charged me 20 cents each for a bag and a board for these, essentially this was what they had as a wall book, and this was a back issue book. So they charged me on top of a premium for this book. They charged me for a bag and board. So needless to say, I didn't have a totally good experience being there. But I had a nice conversation with the guy. I was trying to be friendly and everything. But that was it. That was this weekend. I was happy to get some books. Most importantly, I was happy to spend time with my family, spend some time at a hotel, eat out, like I said, great time. So appreciate you watching and sticking to the end if you did so. And like I said, till next time, take care. Thanks.